Hello there, thank you for joining me. So today is actually Monday the 10th of Feb. Apologies for those of you that tuned in yesterday hoping to see this tarot and oracle card reading. I'm a little bit late uploading it. And it's for the week, so it runs through to Saturday the 15th of Feb. Now this week we have a full moon. We have a full moon in Leo. I always feel like this is one of the most poignant full moons of the year, certainly for me. I mean, everybody's got their own, haven't they? But I just feel like whenever there's a full moon in Leo, things change. Yeah, there's big changes. That's my own personal experience. You may experience that very differently. Obviously, all our astrological charts are different. That's what makes us all so unique. But maybe you are going to feel a really big shift in energy over this week. The full moon itself is on the 12th, so right smack bang in the middle of the week. But you might start feeling the energy now. So if you get that sleeplessness or headache or just feeling a little bit emotional, just be aware that it is some very big energy working with us this week. So let's see who's going to come out first of all. We've got the Page of Wands. Now, I love the fiery element to this because obviously Leo is a fire sign. And actually, I'm quite enjoying the confidence that's coming with this Page of Wands. Full moons are always an amazing time to let go of what doesn't serve us, and that gives us room to bring in something new. And I really do feel that this Page of Wands is bringing that in. This might be something that you've wanted to create in your own life or action that you know that you've got to take. I almost feel the page element of it is bringing quite a simplistic theme for it, a kind of childlike enthusiasm that we often forget when we're older. And the reason I think that's important is because when we are older and pretending to be an adult, we can get held back by fear, by obligations, by responsibilities. And I feel that Leo, and I'm not saying Leos aren't responsible, so please don't take offense to that. But I feel that Leo energy is bold and daring and will just kind of go for what it wants. And yeah, okay, there's that kind of to hell with the consequences. But I do feel like this is that real enthusiastic move forward that perhaps we've been waiting for. I love the pyramids in the background there. That could relate to you as a form of travel. You might be thinking about traveling or moving forward in some way, a physical move of some way. It might also be aligning with your stars, because the pyramids are actually aligned with the Sirius star, and you know they're very precisely put because they are aligned. So I feel that perhaps this is actually a nod to that if you're feeling very aligned with your spiritual self. And the fact this Page of Wands is standing on his own, that might mean that there's an element of you needing to stand on your own 2 feet maybe, or just move away from the pack and make your mark in the world. There's a real uniqueness, I feel, coming in with that card. So I'm going to use another tarot pack and get another card for us. Hey, don't you just love it when that happens? Okay, so we've just got another nod to the moon there, haven't we? We've got the moon cards. I love this card. It's a really beautiful one. I love actually for this particular one that you've got the various phases of the moon. As I said to you about this card, feeling that it is an idea of spiritual alignment, I really feel that this is saying a little bit of a nod to tapping into our divine feminine energy. So what I mean by that is really starting to notice the energies that come in as we move around the sun. I know a lot of you love astrology, and I know some of you will be reading your full moon article that Tanazi is going to be sending out there for this week. So if you've come to me because you've read that, thank you very much. But when you start getting that, you know, okay, I'm in retrograde period, so I'm going to reflect. Or, okay, the planets are direct, I'm going to move forward. Or, you know, all the waxing and the waning of each moon and what it means and how it symbolises what we need to be doing to work with the energy of the universe. I feel that this is you really taking that on board now. We do all do this, but sometimes life can get in the way. So, you know, we want to sit there and do our full moon rituals or our morning meditations, but we can't because we're too busy. And I feel that this is bringing that centre stage now. I feel like in some way you're all going to realise, and I know I've certainly have, that it's a real benefit to us and the people around us if we do slow down and take notice of what the universe is trying to help us with, the areas of our life that we need to be concentrating on. Don't forget, we are still in Mars retrograde. Another week and a half of that Mars retrograde to go. So I do feel that this being the last full moon of that retrograde period that's happened over the last couple of months is maybe a bit of an aha moment for you. Maybe it will be like, okay, I understand why I've been feeling a bit weird the last few months, what's going on. I get it now, and I understand my path. The moon kind of puts us on a new path. It doesn't necessarily tell us where it's going. That's the element of the moon that can be a little bit confusing and uncertain. But on a new path we are. So, you know, therefore, maybe embrace this Page of Wands energy and, you know, be that sort of childlike, enthusiastic person of, oh, this is exciting. I don't know where this path leads. So often we want to know exactly what's going to happen to us, don't we? And I think life probably would be a bit boring if we had it all written on a bit of paper of exactly what was going to happen to us. Takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? So let's pick one more tarot card now to see, okay, another Wands card. So this is the Two of Wands. As you can see, she's got one there in her hand. She's got one there leaning up against the wall. She's looking out in that beautiful window. Imagine having that window in your home. She's looking out there. So maybe that's it. Maybe she's got such a beautiful home. She doesn't know whether she wants to leave it on or not. But we have got the globe. We have got a map. And we have got a picture of a Volkswagen, what they called camper van with a little surfboard next to it. And that's really interesting because the Three of Wands in this pack is a lady with that very surfboard standing looking out to sea. So this, I feel, is very much tied in with our Page of Wands, isn't it? The Page of Wands is that idea. I'm going to run with this. I'm excited. I'm going to go with my intuition. I'm going to be led where the universe is leading me. And then all of a sudden, this is our little human brain, isn't it? Oh, yeah, but what if? Oh, yeah, but don't you think we're safe here in this little house where no one can get us? We don't know what's out there. It's the fear element, isn't it? I feel like I want to say to you, feel the fear and do it anyway. Sometimes we do have to push ourselves, and sometimes, even if this is not the best place to be, we're so worried about shaking things up a bit that we don't do anything. And that can be quite, it can be life limiting, can't it? There is a big world out there. And this may be, as I say, it might symbolise travel for you. You might be getting the bug and wanting to go and explore. This could also be something like knowledge, learning about the world. You might want to go back to college and restudy. You might be sick of your job and know that there's something else that you want to do. But sitting here looking out the window, thinking about all the reasons why we can't have the life we lead, you know, it just wastes time, doesn't it? So I feel like this is a reminder not to waste too much time procrastinating or talking yourself out of something. Right, what spirit animal oracle card is going to be with us this week to help us on our way? Stag spirit, take the lead. Interesting. This is actually the front of the cards, so that's lovely. I do love this stag. It looks like a little Christmas tree, doesn't it? He's got all decorations hanging from his antlers there. And the whiteness of this stag is unusual, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen a stag that colour. So there might be something very pure about the message that he's bringing in today. So I'm not going to read all of this book. Here he is again. But there's a couple of things that I think are important today. First of all, it says Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too. For you are learning and developing new skills. I feel that's this Page of Wands and this Two of Wands energy now. New things are coming in, which is lovely. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that Spirit supports you as you are compassionately taking the lead. So that might be stepping up and getting a promotion in some way. And that could also be you taking responsibility for your life, your own health, your own well-being, taking the lead and not letting other people kind of dictate to you a bit. It's maybe a shift in boundaries and what you want out of your life. Okay. The last thing I just want to read here is it says, what a gift you are, which is true, you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. So yeah, there's certainly a shift. If we are being asked to lead in some way, there is definitely a shift in energy as well. I would say this is also about understanding the responsibility you need to be in charge of your own mind and body as well, that you might read it as that. So as I'm looking at you, I've got the card sitting in front of me, then I've got the book with the same stag, and then I've got the box. So I feel like this is going to be coming at you from all directions. It is going to be so difficult to ignore this message of stepping up, taking the lead, moving forward, taking direction. You're going to be seeing this a lot this week, just as I'm looking here and seeing in triplicate these stags staring at me. It's a bit freaky, actually. Right, I'm going to pick another oracle card for you for the week, and also an angel card just to finish off with. So who have we got? Oh, okay. Strategy. A plan of action is needed. Stay focused. And we've got that giant moon around the back there as well, just to tie it all in lovely for the week ahead. So yeah, it can be a confusing time. I feel like I want to say there might be lists you need to write. You might need to create a sense of order, because I do feel there's a bit of a chaotic, wild energy coming in with this Leo moon. Your routine may be disrupted a little. You might be thrown off course a bit. I feel like a few curveballs might come in as well. So work with that energy, be aware of it, see where your goals are, see where you need to be. You might have to be a little bit flexible if things are not, if your normal ordered world is suddenly going out of sync. So bear in mind that you might want to write a list. You might want to, as I say, put some sort of plan of action of, okay, there's a lot going on this week. What are my priorities? What can I leave? What is not as important? And again, that's setting boundaries, isn't it? If you're running around for other people, but suddenly you're being called to do other things, then there might be that sort of, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that this week. Conversation, which I know lots of us don't like to do, but sometimes it's necessary. This lady she's got her eyes closed. She's got kind of a light coming out of her fingers there. And she's tucked in her chin, which seems a bit weird, but I'm feeling like, is that something to do with talking? Is that some sort of communication? So there might be an element of asking people to help you or delegating in some way, especially if you are a person that is prone to do a lot more of the share of work, should we say. Maybe it's time to call in some people that perhaps don't do as much. All right, let's finish with a nice angel card. Well, this is lovely. This is Zana, if you can see that with the light shining on. There is a beautiful white light, and there's also some steps there into a house, but you can't actually see the house. It's like an open portal, really. Again, it's that opening to something new, I feel. But this says you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So if you're now in a position where you have spent the last couple of months and it's been a bit of a struggle, mentally or physically, there could have just been a lot of heavy energy. I really do feel that this is saying, yeah, this is a big shifting week. Okay, and don't be afraid. I think, you know, we go right back to our original card, the Page of Wands. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You're okay. If you know instinctively you're working on your higher purpose, you're working on your soul's journey, you know intuitively this is the right path for you, then you will be fine. So yeah, please don't worry. The universe has got your back, and the angels have just confirmed that as well. So I wish you a lovely week. Keep hydrated, charge your crystals, do your little moon bathing. If the weather is, I probably won't do that, to be fair. But yeah, if the weather's good, get yourself out there and spend some time in that beautiful full moon this week. And I'll be back next week with another message for you. Okay, have a lovely week. Bye for now.